Today we are driving north of Madrid. We are going to Buitrago de Lozoya. It is placed on the heart of the Sierra de Guadarrama's mountain range, barely 50 miles north of Madrid. It's a beautiful town. You will see it later on. It's a medieval site that offers a journey through time, with history, impressive fortifications, and a deep connection with the Templars order. Driving through the breathtaking views of all the range of mountains that is in our drive, through the highway, barely an hour and a half north of the city, the big city. The history dates back to pre-Roman times, and it has witnessed the rise and fall of various civilizations through the centuries. It was during the medieval period that the town truly flourished and became associated with the Templar order, the influential military and religious organization. Their power and wealth grew rapidly, and they became a prominent force across Europe. Buitrago became one of the key strongholds of the Templar order on the Iberian Peninsula. The strategic locations surrounded by the Lozoya River are embraced by towering walls, made it an ideal defensive position for the Templars. They constructed an impressive fortress within the town, which still stands today as a legacy to their military and architectural values. The castle's thick stone walls, towers, and battlements served as an incredible defense against potential invaders. As patrons of the arts and culture, the Templars played a significant role in shaping the town's development and flourished under their influence, becoming a thriving center of commerce, art, and learning. The Templars' presence attracted artisans, scholars, and merchants who contributed to the town's growth and prosperity. Their connection to the Templars was severed, but the town continued to thrive under different influences. Today is a unique destination for history enthusiasts and travelers seeking to immerse themselves in the past. The town's medieval charm is evident in its narrow cobblestone streets, well-preserved buildings, and the magnificent castle that stands as a reminder of a Templar legacy. Besides the castle, Buitrago offers other attractions, like the Church of Santa Maria del Castillo, a splendid example of Gothic architecture, and the ancient walls, which encircle the towns and offers breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Along the year, the town also hosts several cultural events, including medieval festivals, concerts, and art exhibitions. This celebration is not only a showcase of the town's historical significance, but also provide an opportunity for visitors to immerse themselves in its vibrant atmosphere. In conclusion, Buitrago de Lozoya is a captivating destination in the Madrid region, steeped into history and intrinsically linked to the Templar order. With its medieval fortifications, enchanting streets, and cultural offerings, it gives a unique journey through time, allowing visitors to experience the grandiosity of the past while walking into the beauty of the present. Join me in this little walk that we're going to go around the town and over the walls and inside of the castle. Well, continuing with our visit here in Buitrago de Lozoya. You know, Buitrago was a very important site in the northern of the province of Madrid. Although we just heard a car, in those days obviously there were no cars, but it was a defensive site for the Muslims. The Christian monarchs from the north, they were trying to reconquer all the land going to the south. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to give you how important this site was, because first the river, I'm going to show you in a minute, and second the city walls. It was built around the 10th century. Okay, let's have a look at it. There you see the river. Okay, it's a kind of a little valley between the mountains, as you see there at the very end, over there. And a big valley in between here and the next range of mountain just behind us. That's it was a defensive site of the path going to the south. So here is the wall of the city, one of the entrances in here. You see all this wall, but it was built over rock in here. So originally the river in those days was larger and bigger as it is now. And as you can see, just part of this rock scene here was where they built all these defensive walls. As you see, there you go, all around it, and one of the watchtowers is going to appear now. There it is, that tower that you see over there, this way. So let's continue with this, okay? Vámonos. Here we are now, just walking over the walls that I showed you earlier. All right, this is the path. We're actually on top of the wall, and this is the river I was telling you. Actually, this one of the things that make this area so strategically located is because there are a merge of 3 rivers around here, and this is the most important one, which is the river Lozoya, Lozoya, Lozoya. And there you go. Look at the wall around here, and that church that you see over there. It is believed that it was an old mosque in this area here. But the final construction of this church that you see is from the 1600s, and it's Gothic. But inside you find some elements which are called mudéjar. Mudéjar, M-U-D-E-J-A-R. It's a style for those who converted from the Islamism to Christianism, and the style remained the same, very Arabic looking, but done for those kind of artists. And as you see, it's very, very close to the castle. So there is a church, as you see over here, with the tower, bell tower, sorry. And this is the castle, and following the line of the big castle, that is a continuation actually of the city walls. Here you are. So let's continue with our walk. Following with our walk here over the walls, you can see, that's what we're going to do now. This is a little city park in here, and we're lucky that today there's not so many tourists, although the tourist season is off. There's always people coming to these kind of places because of the proximity to the city, barely an hour away from Madrid. And as you see the river I was mentioning, there you have another one merging into this one. Actually, the course of the river is going that way, in that way over there, down there. What makes the entire town like a little peninsula, very similar to where it is in Toledo, but the difference in Toledo is just one river, the one that circles in a way that places the city in a peninsula. And here, the peninsula is formed by this river that you see here, and that other one. And another one that is not far from where we are, but away from this spot. So let's continue. There you go. That makes what I mentioned earlier, very strategic location for this area. And oh, this tourist over there. Wow. Look, this is a beautiful view here, all for you. Here we go. Now we can still hear the bells in the background. Well, just to show you, this is where we're coming from, okay? Just right in this corner is what I show you, the merging of the 2 rivers. You're gonna see it again here in the distance. Somehow, let me show you. There you go, over there. And the river circles in here, as you see, and we are now going to see how the walls continues. So imagine, the defenses, strategical location of this place, just water and the wall over there. Obviously, in those days, river it was much higher with a larger flow of water, and you can still see sometimes when there is much water in the river. This year has been kind of a dry year, that's why the level is so low. But actually, you see how high the river can get in this course. Let's continue. Here you are, the church from another perspective, as we walk over the wall with the river on the left hand side. Here you have. There you go. Look at it from the outside. Okay. And these towers that you see over there, where the crane is that's where the castle is located. They must be doing some works in here because of the crane. And look, did you see what's on top of the towers? There is some stork's nests. Can you see them? Here, oh, sorry. Where are they? Here they are. That's what I meant. So the stork season is going to start very soon, probably. They've been preparing all that. And now we hear the bells again from the distance. Let's continue. Let's go. This castle had almost square plan, but there is something very strange in here that we don't see very much in this kind of fortifications. Please have a look in this tower and you'll see that it's not totally square. Actually, it's pentagonal. That means it has 5 sides to it. Very unusual for the time. So, let's keep on walking here. And again, the river here on the left hand side. It is said that in the old days, the person who became the owner, the landlord of this castle, built a bridge, and then he could cross to the other side, over there. You see that? That was supposed to be the hunting grounds of the landlord of the castle. Anyway, whether it was or not the hunting grounds, the person who finally owned the castle in here was the Marquis of Santillana, and nowadays it's part of the local heritage, and the entire city is declared like national of interest monument. It's, let's say, it's like the UNESCO, but it's in a smaller scale, just for Spain in here. That is the city hall over there that you see, and like any other city hall in anywhere else, you see the flags. The blue one is the European Union, then the red one following is the autonomous region of Madrid. Red, the color of Castilla with 7 stars, the flag of Spain, and the one that we don't almost see from here. Let me see if we can get it from this other part. Yeah, we can get to see it. Here it is. There you go. The 4th from the right. That is the local flag from this town, Buitrago de Lozoya. And again, a general view from this beautiful spot. Church, there you go, and the castle. So as we're looking again into the castle here, look what they have in here. Just at the entrance, one of the entrances of the castle, there is a catapult. You know, a defensive instrument used in the old days. You have an entire pole going to the top with a rope. I don't know if you can perceive the rope going down. There it is, yeah. That's it. This is the continuation of the wall in here with the big tower. You know, guys, one of the things that really amazes me as a tour guide is that knowing a little bit of history of the places, whenever I have a chance to touch something that is from the 12th, 13th or 1400s, it really, you know, it's like feeling something really, really special. So that's one of the chances that I have sometimes, just like holding it. But it's like when you have those huge big sequoias in your national parks in the States or anywhere else in the world, that those trees that have hundreds of years, and you hold them, you know, you hug them, it's the same feeling, seriously. How many hands would have been touching this, you know? Anyway, vámonos.
So as you see, everything is surrounded by forests, mountains, of course the river, don't forget the river that we were down there before. That is the tower of the church, which seems to be from the distance part of the same complex. But now, from here, you see it's a totally different area. There you see. That's the style I was telling you earlier about, called mudéjar. Looks like Arabic, you know, with the red bricks and the horseshoe shape frames, but it is done by Christian artists, conserving the style of the Moors, the Arabic style. Let's keep looking through, just to give you an overview of the panoramic from here. So, a flat area, totally surrounded by mountains. And those mountains that you see at the very end over there, that is the mountains that once you cross them, you get into the city of Madrid. And even though after you cross them, it is like about another 20 minutes by car. But this area where we are now, all this still belongs to the province or region of Madrid. That part over there where you see the arms and the pieces of the weapons just to defend the castle is where we were before. Now we are again on the path of the wall. In here you can see the entrance. That's the steps we came up over there. Yeah, and this is the church that I showed you earlier, again from another perspective. I can hear some chanting coming from the inside. I don't know if it could be a recording or they are actually in service. But anyway, later on we'll try to sneak in to see if there's a chance to see anything. So we come to the end of the wall. Here it is, and supposedly the wall was continuing after down that bridge that you see down there. They say that the origins of that bridge is Roman. Actually, no one can really confirm that point. Anyway, it makes perfect sense that a fortification like this, where we are right now, ends on a bridge. That would be the one of, like, kind of the entrance to the area. And just to give you another perspective of the peninsula I told you earlier in this video, from here is where the other river is coming to, merging into this one. I'm continuing the wall that we see over here is where we were walking earlier, and it goes all around. We don't see it from here, but I promise you it's behind those houses that we see, and we have gone around the entire citadel, and that's the church again, and just over there, that is the steps that we came into the top of this part of the wall. Well, this is the steps we went up to the top of the tower over there, where we saw all those weapons. But the most amazing part of all this, I'm going to show you right now in a minute. So this is the city walls in here, and you see that hole in the wall, that is a defender. So we're entering one of the entrances of the city over here, and believe it or not, right here at the other side of the wall, that room that you see over there, that is my room of this little hotel. Actually, the bathroom of my bedroom is inserted inside, just underneath where all the weapons I showed you earlier. So there it is. It's a little curiosity. It's really cool.
And now coming to this point is when I want to show you some still photos of the ammunitions that they had around the castle. This is a catapult that was used for the battles. Now this is a mangonel, which is throwing stones and other missiles. This is a springle, devised to throw arrows about 3 feet long, capable to cross the armors of the soldiers, following with a crossbow. Next one is a scorpion catapult for arrows, a very precise weapon from century 1 BC, and the soldiers in the medieval times used to use them very much because it could be dismantled in 3 pieces, making them a portable weapon, nicknamed Scorpion because of the precise damage and the accurate target. And the next one is called Onager, which is a mobile catapult with an arm resembling a spoon to hold and throw the stones or missiles. Okay guys, so we are now here at the castle, and just to my surprise, when I came over here to buy a ticket to go in, I just happened to find this wonderful person here. So his name is Vicente. Buenas tardes, Vicente.
Buenas tardes, ¿qué tal estás?
So he happens to be kind of a character, you know. We just chatted over here, and we chatted a little bit about the history of the ammunition that you have seen already up there. And I'm just curious, and I asked him a big favor. He could be so wonderful and so nice and so generous to give us a few minutes of his time. I have a couple of questions here for him. So first question, Vicente, is going to be, how long have you been here in this castle, in this wall, taking care of all the ammunitions and all the weapons that you have up there above? I belong to the group for 10 years, but in this position for 7, and the collection is being up there, and it is supposed to be the largest in the world since it was first exhibited, brought from all over. So he's 7 years already in here, and it's the largest collection on top of a wall. So that's what he's saying. Well, Vicente, apparently you have a big passion for all this medieval ammunition that is up there. Where did it come that passion from? I am in love with the medieval world. Besides historian, I am a microbiologist. I was offered to be part of this project and got hooked into it in the moment I was offered it. Been involved for over 10 years and I love it. Always being attracted on the medieval lifestyle and common sense spirit. Wow, so I have to tell you that just thanks to people like Vicente over here, we are now able to enjoy all these wonderful treasures that we can see. And okay, apparently you've been around quite a while in some conferences all over Europe. And how many countries in Europe have you been around? Doing lectures mainly in France, Portugal and Italy, and in Spain we are in between 20 and 30 lectures per year, all about Templars. 20 or 30 lectures per year in Spain, just about Templars. Okay, and Vicente, this is just one last thing I have here for you. This is kind of a personal question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But you told me in Petit Comité earlier that you are a real Templar, a Templar Knight. We are just very curious to know why you are a Templar. I once gave a lecture in West Spain, in a town called Burguillos del Cerro. The Italian Templars made a rising. After the lecture, they addressed to me saying they wanted me as part of the order, and I, by respect to them, accepted. At that meeting, they ordered me as a Templar Knight. That really sounds interesting. Do you personally enjoy being part of the Templars order? Yes, of course. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so, well, guys, there you have. There you see this generous man over here that is giving us a few minutes of his time. And Vicente, muchas gracias. Buenas tardes.
Encantado.
Y un placer.
Lo mismo. Ha sido un auténtico placer.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. So, Vicente, bye-bye.
Hasta la próxima.
Gracias.
Nos veremos aquí.